that there are crimes that involve or touch on freedom of speech, and they are more sensitive, and therefore the police need to receive permission from the Attorney General to open an investigation. So, for example, in this context, this instruction runs completely counter to what the law says. For example, paragraph 59 of the Penal Code says that if the police learn about an offense, it can and must open an investigation. This instruction basically tied the hands of the police and disempowered it from acting quickly and efficiently. What did change is that this instruction, the definition that the police need to get permission from the Attorney General regarding offenses related to freedom of speech, that this has been cancelled and they don't need permission from the Attorney General to act anymore. But I want to go back to the original sin. The original sin is that crimes of incitement to terror are taken in the context of offenses related to freedom of speech, and that's wrong. There's no freedom of speech for citizens or anyone else, even if they're not citizens, to use that freedom of speech to destroy the state in which they live. Freedom of speech does not and should not give anyone the freedom to exploit the state against it, to exploit the state in which they live. So this is, for example, an excellent example of the change in state of mind that is occurring in the legal system. If we know that there is an enemy, and we know who the enemy is, and there is a systematic exploitation of the democratic laws of the State of Israel against the State of Israel, then it's clear that we must change the entire approach and there's a long list of laws that needs to be passed. Ultimately, however, the person who decides what interpretation will be given to the laws are the judges. And so I say with regret that until we see judges that indeed represent the people, and certainly after that terrible, heinous massacre, I don't know what good legislation will do if it's the judges ultimately who make the final decisions. I would like to commend in this context Justice Solberg, who gave an amazing verdict. The petition was that the state would provide details about Gazan residents that are held in the hands of the state, and their fate is unknown at this time. And Justice Solberg said, excuse me, we have hundreds of our citizens abducted, children, women, and the elderly in the hands of Hamas, and you expect the state to put itself on hold now and give you the details of who we have? No way. And he, in fact, dismissed the petition. And it's notable that there are other similar petitions in the pipeline that show, in part, that there is a certain change occurring among some judges and among others, not at all.